Okay, I made it. Had a slight tech glitch, but I am here. You, a conversion maestro, is the topic. The subtitle, How to Use Content and Conversations to Explode Your Sales. Yeah, great topic. I love it. It's one of my favorite topics. This is kind of an updated version of a training that I ran previously on the topic of conversion. So I've updated it. I've given it a bit of a spring clean, a bit of a sparkle. It's got more sparkle now. I hope it has anyway. And I'll get started very, very soon. It's good to see we've got people on the call already. I just want to make sure that you can hear me. So can you please just say, yeah, yes, or something like that. You can hear me. And then I will get started. Okay. All right, can somebody just say that you can hear that they can hear me? Can you please do that? I did a bit of a sound check before, but sometimes, you know, it's not always reliable. So can you just say, yeah, hi, you can hear me? Please, please, pretty please. Who we got here anyway? We've got Linda. Hi, Linda. Good to see you again. Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne. Good to see you. Helen. Hi, Helen. Wow, it's late for you. Helen, I think, is from memory, is in Ireland. Am I right or am I wrong? I don't know. I think I am right. Jean, hi Jean, been chatting to you. Sorry, I did not reply to you. I just saw it there this morning. It's I got a little bit behind on the replies, but I'm catching up. Okay, Jean has confirmed that she can hear me. So if Jean can hear me, I bet everybody else can hear me as well. All right, I'll do a little bit of housekeeping, but I'll wait till I go to the training itself, and the housekeeping points are included there, because this is a proper training. This isn't a little Facebook Live, a little 15-minute live that similar to those that I've run for months now. This is a full-on training, and I ultimately want to get these trainings, get it to the point where I run these trainings once a week. But until we get a bigger audience on this page, which is something I'm in the process of, fixing or improving, I'll probably run them every 2 to 4 weeks, something like that. So it may be as infrequent as monthly, or it could be a little bit more frequent, but I don't think I'll be running them weekly at the moment. But as soon as I've got a bigger audience for this page, because this page is, I only kicked this page off this year. This page will be, we need to do some work on it. As I said, we're starting to do that now. And when we get a bigger audience, sure, then I'll be able to do it weekly. I just mentioned that the next training that I run, it'll probably be in 3 weeks' time, 2 to 3 weeks' time, something like that. Will be it will still be kind of talking about conversion issues, but this is more about automation and how it can be used for conversion issues. And I'm bringing someone on as a guest speaker, somebody who is far more qualified than me, to talk about automation, how to use automation with your emails and fairly sophisticated stuff that he's doing, and also how to use automation with the bot strategy, automated bots, etc. So it's more an advanced training, and that'll happen in 2 or 3 weeks' time. And the guest speaker is none other than my lovely son, Damien. And Damien he works with, he doesn't work so much with affiliate marketers and people like that. He works with, real companies. Sometimes some of them are significant companies out in the general marketplace, traditional companies who want to move more online. So he's developed a number of sophisticated strategies, some of which can be adapted to for people like us, affiliate marketers, trainers, coaches, solopreneurs, etc. So look out for that. That'll be in a few weeks' time. Okay, so let me get started here. If you've got questions, just type them in, but I won't have a chance to do it during the formal to reply to them during the formal training. So I'll do that at the end if time allows. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is to, all right, we'll do this. Yeah, Yeah. Or can remove the border. I'm going to remove the border, see if this works. Yeah. Gives us a bit more, gives me a higher, more of the screen. Okay. And I think what I'll do, okay, we hit the, okay, I think we might go solo on the, just hang on, just bear with me here. That's better. That's better. Okay, let's get started. I'll move over to the PowerPoint format here. So Tribe Builder, you a conversion maestro, how to use content and conversations to explode your sales. Well, when I say explode your sales, it may not happen tomorrow, okay? I'm not putting a time frame on this. But if you implement, you take on board some of the things that I teach you, or all of them indeed, and you implement in an aggressive way, there's no reason to say that there's no reason why your sales will not increase dramatically over the next 30, 60, 90 days. Okay, so I'm not talking about years here. I'm talking, 1 to 3 months. Now, these methods that I'm going to show you, the same methods that I've been using for several years now since I embraced the organic way of doing things. I still run ads. In fact, this week I've appointed an ads manager to look after things for me. So I'm not anti-ads. People say, "Oh, you hate ads. You're always denigrating them." No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just saying, let's get the balance right. That's all I'm saying. Let's get the balance right. And my basic position now is that organic strategies should form the foundation, and then you can top up with advertising after that. So, and particularly for newbies, don't have any commercial experience, don't have a marketing background, advertising is extremely difficult, particularly Facebook ads. It's complex and it's not as fast. These strategies, organic strategies, are faster. So anybody who tells you otherwise, they're lying. They're just flat out lying, or they just don't know. They're ignorant. So why would you take advice from someone who is either ignorant, a liar, or both? Okay, yeah, been a little bit tough there, but hey, let's call it. I'll call it as I see it, and that's what I see. Okay, so all right, that's me. Now, who am I? Well, look, I got started. Most of you know this story, but there are a few people who expressed interest in seeing this training, either the replay or the live version, and they don't know me that well. So I got started in the online world in 2006. So what's that? 13 years. In fact, it's 13 years this October. Now, I was promoting, excuse me, I was promoting a high ticket affiliate offer back then. And indeed, I maintained my presence in the high ticket affiliate world for more than 10 years. Why did I keep doing that? Well, it's like that Willie guy. I think his name is Willie Mays or someone like that. He was a chronic bank robber. Okay. And then finally he was brought to justice, and the judge said, "Willie, why do you keep robbing banks?" And he says, "Oh, that's easy, Judge. It's where the money is," right? So same thing with me. That's why I kept doing the affiliate marketing for 10 years. Look, it got me out of the rat race in 55 days. So no complaints at all. But sooner or later we get to a point where we say, hey, it's time to move on. All right. And so I wanted to develop my own brand, my own products, my own services, and increasingly moving towards the training side of things. Even when I was doing the affiliate marketing, I couldn't help myself. I was always teaching. And indeed, I wrote a post about this very issue a couple of weeks ago, a couple of days ago, and I posted it in the Tribe Builder community group. And it was on this very topic. If you know it, teach it. If you know it, you should teach it. And if you're not teaching it, why not? Why not? You've got to teach what you know. That expands your understanding of the topic. It drives it deeper into your psyche, into your soul as well. It gives you more confidence. You get to know about the topic in a far more complete way. And of equal, if not more importance, is the fact that you will be influencing people. it's a great way to build your credibility, build your authority. And we always talk about the know, like, and trust factor. Well, trust, number 3, hey, that's pretty important. And, just teach what you know. Teach what you've been learning. You watched a training video, you watched this video. Why don't you go and teach some of it? Take some good notes and go and teach some of it. Teach it on a Facebook Live. Teach it with text-based content, whatever. Teach. So that's what I was doing increasingly with the affiliate marketing, and people liked it. They liked it. They found that my stuff helpful. So I was still marketing the affiliate offers, but I was also teaching people how to do this, how to do that, etc., and why you should do it this way versus another way. Okay, so anyway, so that's a bit of a digression there, but that's basically what I did, and I started phasing out of affiliate marketing 3 years ago, something like that. Okay, I still did a bit of it here and there, but I started to phase out of it, and that's started to develop more of my own training, programs and courses and things like that. Fast forward to today, I'm a digital nomad and have been traveling in Southeast Asia for more than 5 years. I only went away for 1 year because my wife had died and my mother had died, and I wanted to recuperate. So I thought travel would be good therapy, which it was. Certainly it's been proven to be the case. But I thought I'll just go away for a year. My sons came with me, and we started exploring different parts of Asia, and we took side trips to the US, Mexico, and places like that. So thought it was going to be a year, and here I am 5 years later. People say, why don't you go back? Well, I want to go back to the West because I do miss certain aspects of the West, no doubt about it. But if I go back, I don't have any brothers or sisters. I don't have an extended family. My parents have died. My wife died. So this is not a hard luck story. I'm just saying I don't want to go back to nothing, right? I need relationships, and I need family. That's important to me. So whilst my sons stay in Asia, I guess I'm going to stay put for the time being. But if one of them says, "Hey, I'm ready to go back home now, back to Australia," fine. I'll be the one that'll come with them for sure. All right, so that's that. The catalyst for the change was precipitated by the loss of my wife and mother, as I said. Since I started my online journey, I've sold millions of dollars of products and services online. Okay, so obviously, if I've been online marketing since 2006 and I'm still online marketing, obviously I've made money. You wouldn't stay in an industry for that length of time if you weren't making pretty good money. Why would you do it? The gun to the head kind of thing. Why would you do it? Doesn't make any sense at all. So yeah, I've sold millions of dollars worth of products. I stopped counting, but I don't know when I crossed the $1 million in commissions as an affiliate marketer, but it was many years ago. So that was total commissions, but that was a bit of a landmark time, for sure. So it's been pretty good, and I like making multiple six-figure type money every year. And there's only been 1 or 2 years where I dipped below the six-figure level, and that was around the time that my wife died. Okay, as you probably understand, you kind of lose the plot. I think I had 1 year where the total commissions generated was only $55,000, and I was spending money on advertising then. So the advertising may have accounted for say $5,000. I was never a big spender on ads, even though I relied on them a lot during that period. I was never a big spender on ads. I was just very, very good at converting them. All right. That's what this topic is about. So do you want to listen to me or do you want to listen to someone else? Right. So that's basically it. So I had that one bad year, but then I bounced back in a major way the year after, and then I've had pretty good years ever since. So yeah, conversion. I'm not about doing affiliate marketing. I'm not about spending 50, 60 hours a week on affiliate marketing. Give me a break. The last major affiliate program that I promoted, my average time input was 15 to 20 hours a week, right? That was it. And just that one program produced, and I've run a lot of side hustles and things like that, but that one program produced in Australian dollars, about $700,000, right? In US dollars, I don't know, whatever the conversion rate is, it's good money, right? It's good money. And considering the minimal time input for me, look, breaking it back to kind of an hourly rate, how much is my time worth? The money was spectacular money, right? So I got plenty of other things that there were plenty of other things that I was doing whilst I was doing the affiliate marketing. The affiliate marketing was purely just a way to generate cash flow so that I could get on and do the things that I really love to do. And what I love to do is teaching people, developing my own products and services. And now I've got a thing with my son, and we're doing all sorts of exciting things there as well. So that's basically it, guys. Now, and if you haven't, if it's not quite working for you the way I've described, okay, well, maybe that would be a good goal for you. You don't have to be a slave to your business, right? You don't have to be. You just need to get the basics right. You get really good at this stuff, and then, okay, you only need to work 15 hours a week, 20 hours max, right? And then you can get on and do the stuff that you really want to do. Because I never thought that affiliate marketing was it was the most satisfying, energizing thing to do. No, it's not. It's not. Much more interesting things to do. But look, once you know how to do it, it brings in a pretty good amount of money. Now, I understand that not everybody is an affiliate marketer watching this. Of course, I now increasingly have more and more people like coaches and consultants, experts, and people like that, solopreneurs. So I'm not saying you should do affiliate marketing. You should stick with your coaching and your consulting and do that. But take on board what I'm teaching you today, because you'll be able to adapt and apply it to your own situation, your own business. Okay, so the topics I'm gonna breeze through today: the number one challenge for struggling marketers, why it's not working for you, the ecosystem approach to lead generation, simple way to make a sale. There you go. So there's 4 good topics. I'm gonna breeze through it. Like I said, I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time. I don't want it to be any longer than 1 hour. And if I can finish it in 45 minutes, that'd be pretty good. I'll load my preamble. It's 18 past the hour. Okay, so I'll really be pushing it, but let's see how we go here. So it's not an in-depth training. It's a free training. Hey, by the way, when I say it's free. The price that I want is for you to share the training, for you to share it right now. Why don't you go and share it, and to make some comments. That's your price for attending. Okay. So make some comments, so that'll help to expand the reach for me. Well, that'd be great. So you'd be helping me, but I'm helping you. So that's the bargain. That's the thing that I'm looking for. So I'm not charging you any money to be here, but I need your love and support. That'd be great. Okay, take notes, housekeeping. Use the notes as fodder for your content posting activities. I'm always taking notes when I watch a training video from someone else. And quite often I'll create content around those notes. I'll just take one of the key bullet points and then just write a little post or something like that. Considering investing in TriBuilder Core if you haven't already done so. Now, I know a number of people on this call are already customers. They're already TriBuilder Core customers, and certainly I'm pretty sure that they will vouch for the quality of the training and the quality of the ideas that underpin the training. Because the TriBuilder Core will help to deepen your knowledge of try building and organic lead generation strategies. There's also an affiliate opportunity that goes with that. And finally, show notes. Type the word notes. If you want the show notes, do it now before you forget. Type notes in the comments below, in the comments box below, the video. Just type notes. And hopefully my bot will kick in and send you the PowerPoint presentation, and then it will subsequently send you the show notes as well. Okay, so you'll get the PowerPoint presentation, you'll get the slides now. Hopefully. I did a kind of a rough test yesterday, so this is a real crunch time now. If for some reason the bot doesn't work, okay, I will just look at the comments and see who typed notes, and either me or my assistant will make sure manually, one by one, send you the material anyway, send you the items anyway, so don't worry about it. Just one other thing, this is for the future. Normally I'd run this at the end, but maybe some people are not going to make it to the end, so I'll just mention this. This is something that's going to be coming up in 2 weeks, and it's a challenge. It's my second challenge for the year. I had a really good one. When was it? 3 months ago. 3 months ago, and it was called Turbo Tribes. That one was very well received. House for that one. And this one is, I'm going to run this as a smaller challenge. I'm going to limit it to, I haven't made the final decision yet, but it'll be somewhere between 10 and 20 people. That's it. And unlike the previous challenge, which was a paid challenge, this one will be free, but we need to make sure that we've got the best people in the challenge. So, when you see the promotion for it, you need to be the sort of person that will commit and involve yourself. You're not just going to be a spectator. I don't want any spectators, so that's why we're limiting it. And we're going to kind of handpick the people that we want in the challenge. And it's called the Small Audience Formula. The Small Audience Formula. And this is a formula that I've been using for years. It's organic. It doesn't require you to spend any money on advertising. I've got all sorts of twists and tweaks. I've been doing some incredible things over the last couple of months. New things, new ways of building an audience. Some people don't even know about them yet. Okay. So, and because I've created a brand new audience this year, because my audience previously was comprised of affiliate marketers and network marketers. That was basically it. This year I've created from scratch, a brand new audience. It started with a clean sheet of paper, and I've created a brand new audience, and new people are being added to that audience every week. In fact, every day, day after day after day after day. Okay. And so I've now got a new audience. So it doesn't matter. You can change direction, target a different group of people. You can do it. You can get it up and running within 1 to 3 months. Okay, so that's really exciting. So that's my small audience formula. I won't just be talking about audience building. I'll also be talking about sales and lead generation, but using some of the latest techniques that we've been implementing. So look out for that. I'll probably have an announcement on that in about a week's time, and then we'll start taking applications to join. Okay, and you do have to complete an application, by the way. Okay, so the number one challenge for struggling marketers: generating quality leads that convert. That's it. Yeah, that's it. It's pretty easy. We can finish now. I'll close up shop and I'll go and have a bite to eat down at my favourite local patisserie. All right, but seriously, there's obviously, we'll pull back the curtain. There's more to it than that. But look, if we look at the big topic here, the big issue, it's generating quality leads that convert. That is the issue. So we can break it down a bit more, sure. What is that? Well, not enough leads. Not enough leads in the first place. Not enough quality leads. I'm going to put my cap on. Just feel like I'm putting my cap on today. Have a cap day. How about that? Not enough quality leads. Okay, so we're not enough leads, not enough quality leads, or maybe you've got good leads, but you still can't convert them. Okay. So some people I talk to, they're lead poor. They're not getting any leads, or they're getting very few. Other people are getting leads, but the quality is suspect. In other words, they're broke people, whatever. They're people living in the wrong countries, and et cetera, et cetera. But then again, there are other people that are getting good quality leads. I know this because I've looked at their leads. I looked at the profiles of their leads, and so there's some pretty good leads in there, pretty good people in there, quality people, but they still can't convert. So it always comes back to these issues. All right, now the ecosystem approach to lead generation. Let's have a quick look at that. Number 3, what's it mean? Well, try this for size. It's a system of interconnecting and interacting parts, each reinforcing the other. So this is kind of a big picture thing. It's not something that we're going to bother with too much now, but I just want to plant the seed to say this is where you could be in 12 months' time. Okay? So how do we apply this concept to our business? How do we turn it to our advantage as marketers? Because ecosystem approach means that we're not relying on any one platform, any one strategy. Okay, so we have feeder strategies, and each feeder strategy is reinforcing the whole. Okay, whole as in WHOLE. So, look, think Apple. A lot of people don't know this, but one of the reasons for their astonishing success is their ecosystem. So when you buy an Apple product, such as an iPhone, you're automatically plugged into their ecosystem, aren't you? This includes their iCloud platform and associated Apple properties, such as iTunes, etc. iTunes. Buy another Apple device, such as an iPad, and it gets included too, so it becomes damn hard for the consumer to jump ship to a competitor platform, to another company. Okay, so how can we take this thinking and apply it to our business? That's the question. That's the question, isn't it? To me, it's a really important question to ask. We're thinking strategically. I'm going to be working on tactics very shortly, but strategy is also important. We don't need to spend a lot of time on it, but just need to maybe lock it in. Indoctrinate our brain with this kind of thinking and say, well, look, I can't embrace the ecosystem method now, but I'm making a statement of intent. It's my intention to open things up once I get one strategy working properly, and then I can add another and another and another. Then the key is that each one of them feeds each other, right? And all of them are supporting the mothership. Let's call it that. All of them are supporting the mothership. So, look, I've been taking this kind of approach for years. So a blog sends traffic to YouTube, Facebook autoresponder via capture page. Have a YouTube channel, send traffic to blog, Facebook autoresponder. See, so it's all connected. You get it? Capture, and on it goes. Twitter, sending traffic to, this is what I did, okay? To YouTube, blog, Facebook autoresponders via capture page, and on it goes. Facebook sends traffic to YouTube, blog, autoresponder via capture page. Okay, now, I don't quite do it that way now. I've modified that one a little bit, but that could be a good way to do it. But then again, I think my latest way is even better, but there's no point muddying the waters right now, but it's sort of confusing. I'm just giving you some examples. Instagram sends traffic to the blog, etc. Email autoresponder sends traffic back to YouTube. Now, some of those people might have gotten onto the autoresponder, onto Aweber from YouTube. They might have found me on YouTube or on my blog, and then they opt in, and now they're on Aweber. And so what do? I turn around and I send them back to YouTube again for something else, another interesting piece of content, etc. So they get used to the idea of embracing me and my concepts and my strategies and my content. Okay, so they get used to it. Okay, and one reinforces the other. Now, do you think that these people would be becoming fans of mine after being put through this kind of a process? You better believe it. You better believe it. And I was doing this stuff before I embraced the Facebook organic way of doing things 3 years ago. I was doing it for years and years and years. And that's one of the reasons why I was able to, tightly manage the amount of time I spent on affiliate marketing when I was doing it. Okay? So just to finish off, look, it is advanced stuff and most never step up and embrace it, but a few will, onwards and upwards. So what I'm really hoping is that you see this and you make a great big note, okay? Put it in big letters there, put it up on your mirror, on your wall, on your dream chart if you've got one of those, on your goal planning, project document, whatever, and make the statement, make the commitment that you are going to, in a resolute way, move towards building your own ecosystem. You're not going to do it now. You're going to do it in the future. If you haven't mastered one strategy, well, you got to focus on that right now. So you put the blog and all those other things to one side and just focus on one thing. And today I'm talking about Facebook because I think it's the best place for most people to start. But if you embrace this idea of the ecosystem, well, once you've made, I don't know, your first $10,000 using the Facebook organic strategies, okay, then you can start looking at adding something else, okay? And then 6 months later, you add another one, as long as you can handle it, all right? And yeah, you can outsource some of these tasks as well if you've got a budget to invest in your business. All right, let's get on to some tactics. People love tactics, don't they? The nuts and bolts. Hey, show me the nuts and bolts. Show me the how-tos. That's what I want. I want the how-tos. Yeah, well, I love the how-tos. I'm crazy about the how-tos, but we also need to underpin the how-tos with a longer-term strategy, don't we? All right, so let's talk about lead generation because, look, there are two types of conversion issues. The first conversion issue or goal is to do with converting some people in your audience, your tribe, into leads, because that's the first point of conversion, leads, okay? And then, obviously, the next step is sales. So we want to convert some of those leads into sales. But first, we've got to get the leads flowing, okay? So that's a conversion issue. So that fits in very nicely with this topic of you, a conversion maestro. All right, so let's have a look at a few ideas here. First thing, fish in the right ponds. That's important. Fish in the right ponds. So that's where it becomes important that you're very clear about your ideal customer, profile of your ideal client, your ideal future team member, whatever. Fish, where are you going to find those people? Where do they hang out? On Facebook, they probably hang out in groups. Maybe if you've got some friends who are on profile for you, they're part of your profile. What about friends of friends? You know, maybe some of their friends will be similar because birds of a feather flock together, don't they? Cultivate the right people. It's not about wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, most of the time. Identify their pain points and their hot buttons. So by now, you should be very clear about the pain points, the hot buttons associated with your target audience, okay? So if you're not clear about that, well, you can go into the Try Builder group and you can ask the question. You can say, hey, this is my target audience, this is the type of person that this is the type of person that I'm looking for. This is the kind of industry niche that I'm targeting, but I'm not exactly clear about the pain points with that niche. So you'll probably get some help if you ask that question, okay? All right. Now, what ponds? I talked about fishing in the right ponds. Well, ponds inhabited by people who satisfy the requirements of your ideal customer profile, as mentioned. How do we cultivate them? Well, we can cultivate people on Messenger. We can cultivate people in other people's groups. We can cultivate them in other groups. So one of the methods that I use is I comment. I'm a commenter, okay? I don't always create my own content as standalone posts. I will just comment. And what I've noticed is that, and I do it most days. Some days I only do 2 or 3. Other days I might do a few more, okay? So I'll go into other groups and I'll make a thoughtful comment. I don't just, give us comment like the single word. It's a helpful comment. It's an intelligent comment. And people start to know me. When I first started using this method, particularly the way I'm doing it now, earlier this year, really only 3 or 4 months ago, that's when I first started, when I noticed a bit of interaction with my comment, I'd immediately send a friend request. Okay, so because these were the people in my new tribe, the new tribe that I'm building. I'd immediately send a friend request. But I'm not doing that so much now because I'm getting friend requests from them, right? So I'm not seeking them out as much now because my content is leading the way, as always. And good content always leads the way. So even if it's just a comment, that's a piece of content in my book. And then sometimes, like a couple of the groups I was in, that I'm in, I posted a standalone post as well, and that got some good engagement. Okay, and next thing I know, I'm getting a couple of new friend requests from people who are in the niche that I'm targeting. Perfect. They're seeking me out. Beautiful stuff. And then, of course, your group, if you've got one. If you haven't got a group, okay, it's not the end of the world. Do you need to have a group? Well, if you Ideally, yes, but you've got to be ready for it. It's an extra time impost. You've got to learn the skills that are associated with running a group. Groups are great. They're really good. I mean, just my Facebook group strategy has made me multiple six figures just in a 2-year period. So I'm not complaining about groups. I never will, because it's a great strategy, providing you're doing it properly. As always, it always comes back to the implementation. You know, there are probably people on this call who have a group and they think that they're implementing it properly. But when you look at the engagement levels in their group, you talk to them privately about, you know, the leads that are being produced or not, and the sales that are being produced, saying, well, maybe, you know, they haven't implemented in a fulsome way. Maybe there are some detail points that they're missing out on. Maybe they haven't implemented all of the detail points. A lot of it comes down to the minutia, you know, the small, just some of those little micro steps. And it's easy to overlook them, very easy. And I've done it plenty of times as well. But then I check myself and I go back and I put in the extra effort to implement those little detail points, and bang, it's amazing how often it happens like that, that you make a few little tweaks here and there, not big things. You don't think it's that important, but you do it anyway because your gut tells you that it's the right thing to do. And lo and behold, within a week or something like that, everything steps up. For instance, I have a free group, Try Builder Community Group. It's not a big group. It's got over 1,000 members, but you know, not 10, 20,000. And I've said this many times, you don't need a big group to make money. But the engagement levels have increased significantly in the last, well, definitely this year, and so they took a big jump up. The engagement rates were like 47% when I looked at it back in March, 47%. Okay, and but they're higher now, so they've taken another step up. They 47%, and they kind of plateaued a bit for a month or so, and now they've taken another step up. Why? Because there are specific micro things that I've done to make it happen. And there'll be some other things. For instance, I'm going to be changing the branding for that group. I'm going to be changing the wording on the header image. Okay, so always tinkering, never stops. Comments on their wall. So if I'm cultivating someone, I will make a point of commenting on one of their posts on their personal profile. Okay, so I have a system that I use, and I'm going to be sharing that system in the not too distant future. Well, I'm releasing a new course, and I'm going to be sharing that system with people. In fact, they're going to get the exact template so that they don't have to do it all themselves, right? But it keeps me the system keeps me very organized. Okay, it's a very organized thing that I do because I'm not naturally organized, but I realize how important it is to be structured, to have the daily disciplines in place. And so I need some systems to help to keep me on the straight and narrow, right? And look, I can goof off just as good as anybody else, probably more so. And so I need some structure. Okay, we all need some structure. So without that structure, I would not be making comments every day on selected people's walls. I wouldn't be doing it. I'd be goofing off. Okay, so it keeps me on the straight and narrow. But all of this stuff, it coalesces, and it's amazing. I wish I could share my screen and show you some of the things that are going on at the moment. But anyway, another time, perhaps. Posts on their wall, etc. Now, how do we generate quality leads? Well, we talked about the pain points, identifying the pain points. I'm assuming that you know what the pain points are with your target audience. But one of the methods that I use is a free report offer. Indeed, I've got a free report. I've been holding it back because I've had this training this week to contend with, but I don't want to overload people with all of this stuff. So I'll be running that early next week, okay? And it's a free report, and it's called the Facebook bad words list, okay? These are These are the words that Facebook loves to hate. And it's quite a valuable little report, important report to get hold of, because the Facebook algorithm will pick up on bad words in your posts, and then they'll downgrade them. They won't ban you, but they'll downgrade your posts, so they're not going to display them to as many of your friends if you're putting it on your personal profile. This is without advertising. With advertising, it's even more. They're even stricter. With advertising, they'll just ban an ad, or they may even shut down your ad account if you do it too often. On personal profile, it's not as draconian as that, but there are certain words that Facebook hates, and if you include them in the in your content, they're not going to ban you. They're not going to block you in all probability, but what they may do is downgrade the content so fewer people will see it. Okay, so that's a report that I'm going to be. It's a free report, and it's a lead magnet. Yes, it is a lead magnet. No, we don't need to apologise for that. So you can develop your own free report offer and offer that, and so that's one way of doing it. The other way is to get hold of someone else's, even a video, YouTube video. Type in the pain point. Type in the pain point on YouTube and see what comes up. And there may be a good, helpful video that someone else has produced, and then you can offer it. People say, "Oh, I can't be promoting someone else." Oh, come on, get real. This is you either believe the universe is expanding or you believe that it's shrinking. I prefer the former option. Okay, I believe it's expanding, and we can expand our own universe, and it doesn't matter, because if the relationship is with you, why are they going to go with somebody else that they don't know from a bar of soap? Think about it. It doesn't make any sense. It's nonsense. Okay, so if you don't want to go to the trouble of recording a free report video or typing up a one-page cheat sheet or something like that, okay, just use someone else's stuff. The relationship is with you. They'll remember you because you're the one that offered that support in the first place. So get over it. Ask them on your personal profile, in your group, in Messenger. You can write posts. You can create posts that ask them a question about the pain point. Hey, how many people here are experiencing blah 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 blah, XYZ problem? Okay, and if you've hit the nail on the head, if you've hit the spot, laser targeted, some people are going to put their hands up and say, me, that's me. I have this problem all the time. Okay, ask them. Here's an example of a cover for a free report that I helped one of my students create. And this is called How to Make Money with a Facebook Group, or from a Facebook group. Okay, so that's the cover image. Now, when Will when he posted that, he got lots of responses. Okay, and the nice thing about it is that you can do it every month. You can just keep repeating it every month or every 2 months or something like that, right? So you've got these. Once you've got these assets, these items in your kit bag, you can repeat them over and over and over again. It's a bit like content. I'm repeating content that I ran a year ago, right? I'm not always creating new content. That's another way I save time. You can post. Okay, so here is a piece of content here. This one is, I don't use this now because I'm not really doing affiliate marketing in any major way. But when I was really into the affiliate marketing thing, and I was promoting a make money online program, okay, I'd run with this: get paid today or back end dough, which is best. Okay, if you've blah, 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 I don't know if you can see that's got the yellow background there, but it's targeted at MLM people, right? Because they're into back-end dough, right? They're not making much money up front because their pay plan doesn't work like that. So I come along and I say, hey, there is another thing that you can do, and you don't necessarily have to quit your MLM. If you're in love with your MLM, great. I give full credit to you. Fantastic. But hey, whilst you're building up your MLM, why not create some GPT money? Get paid today using the particular business model that I used at the time. Okay, so I got leads from that. That's another way of getting leads. It depends on your industry, obviously. Example of a free training post. Okay, so this is more about getting leads for maybe one of my training offers, either affiliate training offers or my own in-house courses or whatever. 5 ways to build your tribe. I'm not going to read all that, but just go to go to the bottom there. So tomorrow I'm running a mini training. So I was promoting a live training, 5 ways to build your tribe. Short, sweet, potent training, 5 ways to build your tribe. Here's another one. Examples of a group promotional post. You want to promote your group? Okay, there's different ways of doing it. I've written different types of posts to promote various groups that I've been building, and most of them worked pretty well. So here's one. What's it say there? Starving for leads. Okay, that's a great headline. Reminds them of their pain, doesn't it? Starving. No one wants to be starving. Okay. And then on it goes. You can read it there. And then I've say that I've got a video, a short video, and the video is called "How to Build a Six-Figure Tribe," by the way. And watch the short video, then ping me for the Facebook group link. Okay. So back then, I was doing this in 2 or 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Back then, I was including the link in the comments box below the post, right? But now I don't even do that. I don't even include the link. I'm just looking for comments. So if they want the video, I just ask them to say something in the comments box below. That's it. Say yes. You like those ideas? Say yes. Say yes that you like the ideas. Say yes to your potential, right? Say yes to your potential, and make sure you say yes in the comments box right now. Okay, let's get it buzzing. All right, now reminder, the show notes. You want the show notes? Type in that one word. It can't be anything other than that, because that's the trigger word for my bot, and it's notes, Notes, nothing else. Okay, notes. All right, now, so I showed you how to generate some targeted leads using your content as standalone posts. You can do it on your personal profile. You can do it in a Facebook group. You can do it on a page, but a business page is usually not as responsive as your personal profile. Just keep that in mind. Business page is not the be all and end all. They can work very well, but you've got to understand how the organic side works. And there certainly it's a bit more complicated than it is for your personal profile and for your group. So just mention that. So if it was me, I would just say follow my lead, because I started with personal profile, posting on my personal profile, and then 3 months later I started a Facebook group. So then now I just work them hand in hand, right? One works with the other. And then I use the third tool in the arsenal there, and that's Messenger, right? So Messenger plus group plus personal profile, bang. Okay, now I've got the $1 Million Tribes business page that I started a few months ago. Okay, it's something that I'm giving more attention to at the moment, but it's not the mainstay, because it's harder to get engagement on a business page. The advantage of the business page is that you've got a lot of upside potential. You can use advertising and all that sort of stuff. There's lots you can do with a business page, but in the short to medium term, if you're just using organic methods, it's going to be painfully slow. So I just say that to you. Keep it in mind there. You're better off going with your personal profile in the Facebook group. Now, you won't have any problems with the personal profile, providing the content is good and helpful. If it's pitchy and spammy, yes, you're going to have problems. Okay, so just be careful. And don't promote an offer, 3 times a day. Do it once a week. The rest of the time, just quality content without any strings attached at all. That's all. That's the way. That works very well. So now we're talking about Messenger, because this is the other way you can use to generate a lead. All right. And just by talking to people on Messenger. So look, the easiest way, no doubt, is with a good piece of content that you post. Okay. But you can generate lots of leads on Messenger. You want to top up with your leads. Okay. Okay. Let's say you posted one of these lead gen posts and you got 5 leads from it. Okay, you got 5 leads. Great. That's 5 more than you had before, right? So it's wonderful. But if you want more, you want more than 5, you're greedy. You want 20 leads. Okay. Well, okay, that's where Messenger comes in. That's where Messenger comes in. Now, here's an example And this is the strategy that I've taught my personal coaching students. This is one of the strategies that I've taught, and you know, of those who have used the strategy in a very aggressive way, they've had generated spectacular results. People like, you may have heard of people like Connie Kachia, Guido D'Antonio, and other people like that. And they just went out and just absolutely crushed it. So like 100 and what did Connie, which is 120 customers in a, I don't know, 5-month period or something like that. Guido, 50 customers in his first 2 months, that type of thing, right? And they were heavy users of Messenger. Okay, so rather than expand a lot of, but let's get right here. Connie was using, she was having 30 conversations a day, right? So there's work ethic involved here. 30 conversations a day, not 1 or 2, 30, okay? Now, rather than spend a lot of time on clients that return, that seem to go on forever, why not take a leaf from my book and use it? So this, okay. Now, take a close look at the structure here. Notice how the prospect hit me with a zinger. So, right. So I was having a conversation with a guy on Messenger, and I was just chatting, right? I wasn't giving him the third degree. It wasn't like an interrogation, because I don't do that. I don't do that. It's more of a conversational approach, because we're talking about conversations, right, aren't we? How to use conversations to win people to your cause. Now, when you have a conversation, you ask questions. You don't talk so much about yourself. You talk more about them. And that's the way it ought to be. That's the way it has to be, right? And I'm pretty good at asking questions and drawing. Like, I had a conversation with a guy last night, and it went on for, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, maybe a bit longer. Normally I cap them at 10 to 15 minutes, but this guy is particularly interesting. Is based in the UK, and I think it might have nudged 20 minutes, right? But amazing. He just opened up, right? And every question I asked him, he answered in a very full way, right? He was already warmed up by my content. He'd commented on 1 or 2 of my my posts on my personal page, right? So that's the thing. If you've got your content working properly, when you do chat with them, they often more receptive. Okay, let the content do some of the heavy lifting. I think some of you are not doing that, and that's why it's so hard. It's so hard if you don't have the content to back you up. Okay. So anyway, this happened last year. I think it was last year. This guy, I just started chatting with him, or I think it was a her. Now, it was a her, and then she threw a zinger at me, a zinger, right? And because she's probably had people talk to her before, and she's found this to work. This frightens them off. Well, it doesn't frighten me off. Okay, so and her thing was, because I was promoting coaching services, okay? So she said, oh, look, before we go on, it's nice to talk to you, but I just need to let you know I already have a coach. Oh, right, okay. Did that worry me? No. Most marketers would have scurried away with their tail between their legs, but not me. I hit back with a bazooka. Take a look. So here it is. This is a reproduction of the screenshot of the actual words that I said. So I said, okay. I just said something like, no problem. Okay. Just let me. Yeah. Okay. I got it. I just need to refresh my memory there. I see your regular posts in my group, blah, blah, blah. So this is how I open the conversation. Are you generating leads yet? So, okay, this lady was in my group. Yes, I've talked with some. Did any of them look at the company X sales pages? She was promoting some kind of an offer, an affiliate offer. Yes, and I'm still talking to them and building relationships. Yeah, lots of people tell me that. You know what that means? That's just code for, hey, I'm not making any money. I see through that. You've got to be able to see. Often I talk about the imperative to look behind the words. What is the real meaning here? Okay, Don't always take what someone says at face value, because it could just be code for something else. Okay, so what that is, that's code for, hey, I'm not making any money, but I don't want to admit it. So I said, would you like to speed things up? Okay, and this is when she threw the zinger at me. Wouldn't everybody? Okay, so this is a non-committed answer. Now, once again, that would scare off a lot of people. Wouldn't everybody? They just think, oh, there's nothing happening here, I'm going to leave this conversation. Not me. I just said, I take that as a yes. And then she hit me with the zinger. Oh, I already have a mentor, if that is what you're asking me. And then I said, is that a XXX coach? Because I had a rough idea as to who that coach might be. And then she replied, no, one answer, just like that. And I just said, okay. And then she says, I appreciate you asking me, though. And this is what I said. Blah, blah, blah. I don't have any capacity to take on coaching clients at the moment. Now, this technique is another one that I teach sometimes in depth, and it's called the takeaway, okay? It's one of my favorite techniques, just works so well. So that's the takeaway. I just took it straight off and I said, hey, so what? I don't need you. I was merely reaching out because you're a member of my Tribe Builder group and I like to help where and when I can. And then I said, I noticed there were a couple of things you might consider doing in terms of content and engagement that would likely be beneficial for you. I thought you would want to know about that. Boom, right? You got it? I thought you would want to know about that. And then after a long pause, the prospect came back to me eagerly, wanting to know how I could help him. Okay, it was a him, right? How I could help him. Now, this is more about posture than anything else. Posture. Not so much physical posture, it's more mental posture, okay? And the more you have, the more people you will attract. It's as simple as that. The more people you will attract. So there's a person who threw a zinger at me, who made it a bit difficult for me, but I came back with posture and with some value, and then after a long pause, they came back to me and they became a lead, a very good lead. All right. Okay, now here's another idea for you. Let's talk about my last sale. It was dead easy. The guy was ready and bought on the spot, but not all sales are easy. Some take a bit longer. But here's the thing. If you keep doing the basics, leads and sales will follow. The basics, try these for starters. Write a promotional post, generate some leads. Effectively engage with the leads on Messenger and then make a sale. Now, we talk about this stuff in the Facebook group, blah, blah, blah. I won't go any more on that. But, yeah, sorry. So this is the promotional post. And who wants me to add them? Okay, so this one worked well for me. Another day, another sale, so what? So let's talk about my last sale, right? So this is a post on my personal page, right? And it was designed to promote my group. So I used this one early on with my group, the community group that I started a couple of years, 2 years ago. All right. So that's another way to recruit people into a group, another type of post that you could use. Please don't copy it, but create something for yourself. Use a story, talk about a little success story or something like that. Lead with that. Okay, here's another example. Another sale, another smiley face. Okay, so this was the headline that I used. I made another sale yesterday using Facebook Messenger. Such a powerful tool, but tools are useless unless you know how to use them. With Messenger, it's about effective messaging. What's that? Handling objections and building desire. A lot of it is quite simple. I use a paint by numbers method. So I'm putting together a cheat sheet on how to do it. Who wants it? Say yes below, right? So another way to generate leads, just a simple cheat sheet. You know, sometimes I've done a post like that and I didn't even have the cheat sheet. I just wanted to see what the response was. And if I got enough response, okay, I'm going to go and create the cheat sheet now because I can create it in an hour, 1 hour. You get it? So it doesn't need to be like a 3-day marathon, right? Just a cheat sheet, simple cheat sheet. Okay, so then I create the cheat sheet and then I reach out to the person, say, hey, on Messenger and say, hey, here it is. So there you go. So who likes some of those ideas? Some terrific templates there for you. But as always, you've got to create your own versions. That's critically important, because that's the best way to learn, and it becomes fully branded to you. What works for me may not work for you anyway. Showing leadership, how to make a sale on a Messenger. All right. So we've talked about leads, how to generate leads on Messenger, how to generate leads using content, posts, okay, on Facebook. Let's talk about sales. I'm going to give you one example only. What is sales work about? It's more about a transfer of belief than anything else. If you solve problems and do it with conviction, sales will follow. Let's make sure my microphone's on here. If you solve problems and do it with conviction, still on. Sometimes it switches off. If you solve problems and do it with conviction, sales will follow. And you must be making offers regularly. Daily is best. Once again, it's back to the work. We've got to be working. This is a work deal. Okay, so you've got to be promoting something, whether it's your cheat sheet, your a video or something like that, or an actual paid offer, or a free a 30-minute consultation or something like that, booking a consultation. You've got to be making offers regularly, okay? And leverage your time with impending events, and that's another story for another day. So impending events, well, that's about like a webinar. This is an impending event, okay? It could be a Friday Facebook Live broadcast, all sorts of things. If you're an affiliate, maybe your company has got an impending event, then you can promote that. Run a promotion. There's power in impending events. You follow up on Messenger. For high ticket offers, you can book calls, because generally people will not, spend multi-thousands of dollars without talking to someone one-on-one first, okay? So you book a call. Relationships with at least 20 potential clients is what you want. Know, like, and trust in place. These are the basic keys to success for you. You know their pain. You have a killer front-end offer. You have a high-ticket back-end offer. It could be a service. It could be a product. It could be an opportunity, a biz op, whatever. You need to have these elements in place. So have a look at this list here. Have a look at the list. Relationships with at least 20 potential clients. So you've got to have 20 quality relationships in place right now. That's not a lot. That's not a lot, is it? But without them, it's going to be hard to generate the quality leads and, acquire the quality customers that you need. You need to have, and these people, they need to know you, like you, and trust you. Okay? You know their pain. And you've got to have your offers in place. You've got some kind of a great front-end offer. It could be a small ticket offer. It could be even a free offer, but you've got to have a killer front-end offer that ultimately leads to a paid offer. The first paid offer might be something less than $100, and then there might be a back-end offer that sells for $1,000 or $5,000 or $20,000, whatever it is. The biggest offers I've promoted in the past sold for $66,000, one offer. Okay, so you've got to be looking for people who've got financial capacity. That's really important. So look at number one there, potential clients. Do they have financial capacity to at least spend some good money with you? And it's got to be more than $20. And otherwise you're just going to be spinning your wheels with broke people. It sounds a bit harsh, but hey, we're running a business here. If you want to also run a charity, we'll just do that as a part-time gig and make sure it's completely separate. All right? You've got to put food on the table. You've got to feed yourself first before you can feed other people. All right? So get your own financial house in order. How can you help somebody if you're not doing that? Get your own financial house in order. Then you develop the success stories that other people are hungry for. You can't attract people without getting some success and being able to show that success. And in the early stages, it may not be a monetary success. It could be success to do with generating leads, generating more engagement. So focus on those metrics to start with, and then you can share that good news. You can brag about those things, okay? So this is another copy and paste. This is another example of a sale that I made. And I just, using Messenger, because this is the Messenger segment, so I just said hi, and this person definitely is a woman. And I just said hi, the person's name, just call it Mary. It's not Mary, but let's say that. What sort of a year are you expecting? I did this in the New Year period, so it was Happy New Year, Mary. What sort of a year are you expecting? Okay, so what sort of a year are you expecting? There it is there. And she says, hey, Kim, hopefully a more productive one than last year. Yeah. What will you do differently this year? I need to pick a path and stay on it. And then I said, another 12 months has elapsed without a change in direction. The next 12 months will probably be the same as the last. Now that's pretty blunt, isn't it? But I judged the person because I already had a bit of a relationship with this person previously. Okay. So I judged the situation and I decided that I'd play hardball a little bit. It's truthful. It's the truth. Okay. And I just made a judgment call that she would be able to handle it. And she did, because this is what she said next. You're right. What now? She's asking me. I then gave her a link to my sales page. 20 minutes later, she'd completed her purchase. That was it. How quick was that? Now, they're not always as quick as that. Of course, they're not. I'm a realist. I'm living in the real world. But if you've already got a bit of a conversation happening with somebody previously, sometimes it can be as fast as this if the timing is right. So I judge that the New Year period would be a good time to do it. Of course, there are plenty of other periods through the year when we can do it anyway. Every day is a new opportunity, right? So if you've already got a bit of a relationship with somebody, you can reach out and you can cut to the chase a lot faster. You could, let's just go back to the previous slide here. You don't have to say what sort of a year are you expecting in 2018. You could say, hey, what sort of year have you had so far, right? Okay, so 2019 is halfway through. So you just do it that way. What sort of a year have you had to date? Have you had this year, right? And if you already know them, they're going to open up probably, and they're going to tell you the truth instead of hiding behind a cloud of deceit, right? They're going to tell you the truth. Okay, all right. Well, then one thing can lead to the other. One thing can lead to another, and before you know it, maybe you've got yourself a hot lead all of a sudden, and a sale, and a sale. And then if you've got a little front-end offer, a paid offer, you'd say, well, and you know that your paid offer will fit the bill for that particular person who's just revealed to you that maybe things aren't going quite broadcast. All right. Okay, here I am again. Somehow the video got lost. You didn't see me, but presumably you saw the PowerPoint presentation. Nobody has pinged me on my cell phone. I got my mobile phone here. Linda said, good information, thanks for the example. So that sounds like, looks like you've received that. And once again, yeah, I see some people have typed in notes. If you want the show notes, just type it in. Upper or lowercase doesn't matter to me, because the bot will pick it up anyway. So, have you got any questions, folks, before I close off? Before I close off, put the training to bed, and do some other stuff. Because I know some of you, it's evening, so it's getting late for you. So I understand that completely. So I'll just leave it open for another 30 seconds. If there's no questions, I will close. So let me scroll down here. That cover of Will Banks looks good. Yeah, it does. My designer did that. I've got a really good designer. He does some very nice work. So, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And it does work well. So what we do when we're promoting the free report is that we load up the photo, right? And then we top it with some text. Okay, so we don't want to just give people that nice, pretty graphic there. We want to give them some text, tell them what it's about, and then give them a call to action. They've got to comment below. Okay, that's it. Easy peasy. So Will got leads from that. There's some other lead generation posts that he's got as well that I helped him create, and he got leads from, I think he got leads from all of them. So, yeah, a winner, no doubt about it. This stuff does work. Beautiful. All right. Okay. Well, I don't see any questions there. Maybe I gave you all the answers. That's fine. Okay. I'll say goodbye now. Bye-bye, folks. Have a good weekend anyway. Have a good one. And we'll probably be chatting with you next week sometime. Anyway. Okay. Bye-bye.